It's good to have you join me yet again here for another episode. Uh, here, what decisions have you made this year that have impacted you financially? I'm sure the year is coming to an end. We just have what? Today is the 29th. We have just over, I think, 2 days, and the year is done. And during the course of this year, I am sure you have made lots and lots of decisions. But what decisions have you made that have had an impact in your life financially? I say financially because in my talks here, my refrain is this: to bring your desires, your ambitions, and your goals to fulfillment, you must, to a great extent, be successful with money. On Wednesday, I talked about one distinction of being successful with money, and that is about making or doing financial reviews. And I hope you have taken time to do that as far as your financials are concerned. Today, what I want to talk about is really decisions that you make that can have a profound impact on your financial well being. So, again, what decisions have you made this year that have had a positive impact or a negative impact on your financial well being? I say so because you're bound to make more decisions in the coming year. And if you don't review and see what kind of decisions you've made in this current year, as it's coming to an end, if you don't sit down, look at the decisions that have brought you to where you are right now financially, and see which ones were good, which ones were terrible, you're then bound to repeat some of the bad decisions you've made if you don't sit down now and just have an overview, have that sort of look through them. But for your benefit, I've written down some things here that I want to share with you as far as the decisions that can impact your financial well being are concerned, and some of which I hope you can make in the year to come. The first of those is your spending habits. The choices, let me just read it out here. The choices you make regarding your spending greatly affect your financial situation. Overspending, impulse purchases, or living beyond your means can lead to debt and financial strain. So, what decisions did you make this year regarding your spending habits? Or what habits in spending your finances did you develop? And which ones do you think you can let go? And which ones do you think you can now sort of embrace in your life going forward in the next year and many years to come? So the decisions about how you spend your money can have an enormous impact on your financial well-being. So think about that. How do you spend money? Review that and then choose to inculcate habits that can have positive impact in your life as far as your spending is concerned. The second decision that I hope you'll look and see whether you made this year is about budgeting and saving. Let me read what I wrote down here for you. The decision to budget and save money directly affects your financial stability. Those who actively budget and save tend to have better control over their finances and can weather unexpected expenses or emergencies more effectively. So, do you budget? Did you budget this year? Did you save at all? If I were to ask you for all the money that you have earned this year, what have you got to show for it? Will you have an answer? Well, you ask yourself that question. Budgeting and saving are very important, very crucial in how it impacts or they impact your financial well-being. And I hope coming year you'll be able to budget and be able to save. The third decision is about investing. Did you make a decision to invest this year at all? Did you? If not, maybe it's one of those decisions you might think about doing next year. If God has blessed you with a job where you work, make sure that you can, when you earn, put some money aside that you can invest so that that money can eventually make you more money. I'll talk about investments in the new year as a guidance, where I have my own investments that I've done, and I'll speak from that sort of vantage point of experience of, but I think there's nothing that makes money more than money. If you have a good nest egg of money invested, it works day and night. It doesn't sleep and makes you more money. So, did you make a decision to invest? If not, would that be something you'd consider doing in the coming year? The other decision that I hope you'll sit down before this year ends, and one you'll consider in the coming year, is about debt management. Let me read what I've written down here for you. Choices related to borrowing, such as taking out loans or using credit cards, impact one's financial health. Managing debt wisely, making timely payments, and avoiding high interest debt can prevent financial burdens. I'll even go a step ahead and say that if you cannot avoid debt completely, you'd be even in a better position. And if you have debt, you need to prioritize paying off that debt. Let me tell you why. Your number one wealth building tool, like Dave Ramsey says, is your income. But if your income is going to pay off most of your debts, you have nothing left for you to sort of save or invest for it to make more money for you. So it's important that if you have debt, that you actually prioritize paying it off. And in the coming year, I'll talk to you about 2 ways of paying off your debt that can really help you accelerate paying off your debt, so that whatever income that you receive, you can then use that income to help you build your financial powerhouse in a way. So the decision about debt management is one I hope you'll sit down and review this year, how you went about with that, and hopefully make very wise, better decisions as with regards to how you manage your debts in the coming year. The other debt is about career choices that you've made this year. Maybe for many of you, you probably wanted to move job, but you stayed because of fear of the turbulence. For some of you, maybe you've tried getting the right kind of job that you wanted, but you're not able to do that. Now, I have here a career decision, such as choosing a job, negotiating salaries, pursuing education, or starting a business significantly impact your earning potential and consequently overall financial standing. I'll be talking about starting businesses or running businesses successfully as well in the coming year. So I'm laying a foundation for many things that I'll actually be talking about next year. And I hope you'll join me for many of the episodes that I'll be talking about in the coming year. But career choices, the decision you make around that, when to start a business. Some of you right now feel like, oh, I need to start my business. But that's a decision that can really transform your life, depending on the timing on when you start it. There is a lot about business, perhaps, that you maybe need to know. Maybe some of you, this year would have been the best year for you to start business, but you didn't start it. It's never too late. You can still do it. But I hope you can sit down and review, why did I not start a business when I wanted to this year? What do I need to do next year to make sure that this business that I start can take off very well? Decision about your career choices. Maybe it's a job you want, a new job you want. You're tired of the job where you are. Maybe the salary is not that much. It's not that you think matches your skill set. Are you going to be bold enough? Are you going to be confident enough to move to the next level, to venture further afield and find a job that fulfills you, that even pays you more? Are you going to do that? That's a decision you're going to make. And I hope you review that decision you made this year about that, and next year, hopefully, make a more sound, better decision for you as far as your career choices are concerned. The other one is lifestyle and choices. The decisions you've made this year about your lifestyle, how you lived your life this year, and how hopefully you're going to live it next year. Let me just read what I wrote down here. Lifestyle choices like where to live, how much to spend on housing, transportation, and entertainment play a role in determining one's financial situation. Housing is one of the most expensive um, costs you'll incur. And if you don't own your own home, that can really, really be very difficult. In London, I think London, I live in the UK, so let me talk about London. I used to live in London. London is very, very expensive. We used to rent there, but eventually, of course, that was not very sustainable, and eventually we had to buy our own property. But we didn't even buy it in London. London was way, way too expensive for uh, to buy a house in there. The mortgage would have been extraordinarily high for the kind of house that we wanted. So we ventured further out of London to buy a house. Came to the north of England to do that. Got a very good property that we live in now. Would cost lots in London. So your lifestyle, where you live right now, could be costing you a lot. And if you want to sort of make a difference in your life financially, maybe housing cost is one of those costs that you need to think about seriously in the next year and see that is it worth it living where I'm living now if I want to build my financial powers? Can I venture out and then eventually maybe come back if you want to when you've settled financially? That's a decision you have to make. Decisions about maybe buying a car. All these lifestyle choices that you make, be cognizant of how they affect your financial well-being. I hope you'll sit down, look at that this year for how you've made those decisions this year, and hopefully think about how you're going to do them next year. And then the final decisions about the financial goals. Setting clear financial goals and making decisions aligned with those goals can lead to a more secure financial future, whether it's saving for retirement, buying a house, or starting a business. The decisions made along the way can influence the attainment of these goals. So, what big financial decisions have you got? Or did you have, shall I say, this year? And have you attained them? If not, press on, hang in there. You need to persevere. When you make a decision, sometimes there's some headwinds that come through you, of course, but the key is for you to get back on track and pursue your goals. And what financial goals did you make this year? Or what financial goals have you got for next year? It's important that you approach the attainment of these financial goals with zeal, with determination, and with vigor to be able to go after them and attain them. No one will do it for you. If you hope that the government will come and attain your goals for you, or someone else will come and say, hello, let me get this goal done for you, especially if it is financial, forget it. You've got to go for it yourself with that determination to make it happen. And I hope if you haven't attained it this year, that next year will be one that you will really go after your goals, financial goals per se, and accomplish and achieve them wonderfully. Now, overall, the choices you make in your day-to-day life, be it spending, saving, investing, career path, or setting goals, collectively shape your financial present and future. I urge you to make informed, thoughtful decisions and Be mindful of their financial impact in your life. I want to thank you for coming this far this year. I know it has been full of ups and downs. You probably have made money and lost some money. Some of you have made lots of money and lost lots of it. Some of us have struggled. Some of us have been blessed with lots. Some not so much. All of us have been on a journey this year. But I hope you can take time to reflect on the decisions you have made this year regarding your finances. And hopefully, when you reflect on them, find out the ones that were not very good and keep them aside and embrace the ones that have really impacted you positively financially and build on those next year and make some more better, wiser decisions next year to move you to the next level where you want to go to. To bring your desires, your dreams, and your goals to fulfillment, you must, to a great extent, be successful with money. Thank you so much for your kind attention today. I look forward to speaking to you again in the next year. Many more of this. And I hope we'll enjoy ourselves together. I'm certainly enjoying myself talking about this because this is one area of our lives that sometimes, many times I would say, people just cross their fingers and hope it's going to be okay. You have to talk about money. You have to face it as it is and chart the course of your financial destiny the way you want to, and then go after it. So hopefully through these talks that I'm having with you, if you follow me next year, the whole of next year, God willing, how many years God gives me, hopefully it can guide and help you. I've worked around money for many years as a chartered accountant and now as a financial coach. And I hope you'll get some tips, some advice, some things that might help you to navigate your financial journey. Thank you so much again for listening to me today. This is the session Friday today, and I hope all will be well with you. Blessings to you and speak to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.